Dream girl.
Gosh. In case you haven't figured it out, this episode is about Dream Girls. Jalen was just trying out testing out his abilities.
I was singing my ass off. That's what I was doing.
You did.
I was properly
you really did.
serenading the audience with my words.
Yeah, where did we watch this?
It's on HBO Max.
HBO Max.
But also it can be found on Vudu, the video rental app, as well as Apple. I believe it's Apple TV.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's on Amazon, but I'm not 100% sure.
And if you haven't seen Dreamgirls by now and you are over the age of 22, then you are wrong.
We're not going to shame nobody on this podcast. There's been plenty of the black movies I have not seen.
It's an iconic musical. But anyway, okay.
I haven't seen Do the Right Thing all the way through. That's iconic. And I'm black.
Yeah. I wasn't talking about black people. I'm talking about anybody.
Oh, well, if we're going to be everybody, then
yeah,
you can shame everybody.
Black. I didn't say black
people.
people.
Shame the world. If you don't shame everyone, if it's a universal shame.
It's a universal shame. Like, everyone should just have seen
okay.
Girls.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
But yeah, so we will be talking about Dreamgirls. It's one of those you watch all the time.
You find yourself watching it.
Yeah, you just find yourself watching it. And you forget parts and then you watch it again and you're like, oh, I forgot that happened. Oh, that's crazy.
See Beyoncé in blackface.
Yes.
And you're like, wait, hold the phone.
When that part came on, it was like, what? How did I not? Like, did we see it and we just forgot because we have millions and millions?
Jamie was singing. That's why. Because he was singing. He's like,
Jamie's voice was mesmerizing us.
And then there's blackface Beyonce.
Yes.
So.
And like, just so unnecessary. I'm seriously trying to remember, like, did anybody say anything?
No, it's Beyonce.
You're right. Nobody said anything.
Some people don't get stuff said about them.
And I mean, it wasn't her. Well,
if you put on the paint, it's your blackface.
The directors
and
the producers, okay? They're
I understand.
The ones who
I get
it.
But at the same time,
makeup should have just said, no, we are not doing this.
But Beyonce herself, she let the makeup be applied.
She did. She did. Nobody was like, but I'm black, so I can do blackface.
And then she got up and was like, oh, stand here? Yes. In the black body. It was more of a body. It wasn't just a face.
A body. You're right.
It was more of a black body.
Right, they painted her whole body a darker shade. But you know what? It's like, no one ever talks about that. It's like a black person doing blackface.
They don't.
Nobody ever talks about it. And like,
because I guess this is like, you're already black.
So no one ever thinks that it'll be done.
Yeah, like black people going tanning. Same thing.
But that's different. It's like you're getting tan.
Well, I'm saying people assume that we wouldn't do it.
We wouldn't do it, right.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But this makes me want to watch that Nina Simone.
I've been wanting to watch that for so long.
Where they darkened Zoe.
I think they gave her a bigger nose as well.
Yes, they gave her
a fake nose. That's wild.
And then they gave her like a coarser texture hair when it's like, so you couldn't just say, hey, Denai Guerrera, Viola Davis. Like, we can find lots of women.
Or no-name actress who is starving.
Yes.
Hey, hit her up.
Right, this is her moment. But anyway, we digress. We watched Dreamgirls. We have a lot to say, obviously. But first, we're going to go to our segment. Jalen, you want to tell them about this segment?
We're going to talk about things that dudes do.
No. This is Coco's Loco.
JK, we are not talking about things that dudes do.
I should have led you in.
You should have let me in.
Because I saw the wheels in your head, like drawing blanks. And I'm like, did he forget?
I did.
But see, now if I had said something, then you would be like, I got this. I got it.
Okay, first of all,
see, you can't win.
I am not. Who is that?
Can't win.
Who is this? I got it, man. You've created.
You would have said that. Me? You would have said.
You gotta let me say it first before you say I said it.
You know what? So when I don't say it,
you gotta let me say it. Said it first. It's all wrong. Anyway.
I can't win, y'all.
We're introducing Coco's Loco.
Win.
Obviously, Coco is Loco.
I can't win, y'all.
You can't win.
You can't win.
You can't win. So, we're introducing a segment called Coco's Loco. We'll talk about dudes another time. And it is about Corey's insane dreams. And I tried to find a way to decipher them. Mm-hmm. So it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what you come up with.
Oh, God.
Ladies and gentlemen, Coco's Loco.
Welcome back. In this segment, we will be talking about Corey's dreams. So a little backstory. She has incredibly crazy, prolific, what's the word? Premonitionist. I made that one up. That's not. They're premonitious. I don't know. We figure out the word. We'll Google it. So I always look forward to these dreams, and I'm so happy that we're starting to share them with the world. And take it away, Corey.
Okay. So this dream.
Oh my God, I'm excited.
This dream in particular. All right. I was like, started off, I was like auditioning for this all-girl like security team, okay? And it was like the Dora Milaje, but like United Colors of Benetton, like everybody's race, right? It was like everybody's race. There were women, just amazing. And these tryouts to be on the special security team were so dangerous because it tested everything. Like it tested your shooting skills, you know, your acrobatic skills, your hand-to-hand combat, like everything you can think of, right? It was so dangerous that people, they would say, like, you can't do it until you're ready. You better not audition for this. I'm saying audition, and it's like it's like a role. Whatever they would say.
Hey,
the test.
You were scared.
You
don't
better
remember.
not test for this.
You don't remember what it was called. You were scared.
I was scared. You better not test for this unless you are ready, because people have been known to die from these auditions. You go in,
Jeez.
You go in trying to get a job,
Jeez.
and you come out dead.
Go.
Like, it was serious.
Stop.
So, I remember thinking, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm ready. So I go in. I remember the waiting area, too. It's like, I remember other girls stretching, you know, their legs up.
Was there music?
No, there was no music.
Okay,
it was
serious.
just, you know,
Real
everybody
serious.
stretching and stuff. And they give you clothes to wear. So, you know, that's when you know it's serious. When you get a uniform to try out.
So
okay?
everybody equal?
Everybody got a gray, like, tank, you
Yep.
know, and some, like, you know, navy leggings or something like that. You know, for agility. You know, we don't wear pants. We're wearing leggings, right?
Yes.
Agility. You know, I can kick you in the head if I got leggings on. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay.
Anyway, I go in. It's my turn. I go in. I'm doing my thing, right?
Uh-huh.
It's like something coming over here. I gotta tuck and roll and then shoot this like thing that, you know, pops up or whatever. Ooh. Another woman throwing like a Chinese ninja star at me. You gotta duck. Like all of these people, I'm fighting like all of these people, you know, in different places, spaced out from different, you know, distractions all over, right? And I don't know what happened. I felt during this portion that something went wrong, but I didn't know what went wrong. It wasn't anything I did or, you know, I don't know. But all of a sudden the instructor pulls out a gun.
Wait, what?
And just shoots me.
Jeez.
Three times in the side.
Okay.
Like I saw like the sparks. You know how when like a gun is fired, it's like there's light. You know, it's like light. It's like a flash.
For our audiences, it looks like she's splurting blood on her side. I don't know what.
Either way, she just stops the whole damn thing. Like nobody's supposed to have a real. You know me, just come out and just be like, we ended this. And she just shoots me in the side 3 times, right? And I just remember I blacked out. Like, I was like, I'm dead. That's it. I'm dead. I come to, not laying down or in a hospital or anything. I come to, I'm in. I made it. I'm like, what? I don't know what happened, okay? I just knew there was an animosity from the instructor to me, all right? So I am in there now with these women. I made it. I'm training. I'm like, dang, I thought I died, but I'm here, okay? At first, I thought someone pulled some strings, maybe. I felt that as well. Maybe somebody pulled some strings behind the scenes while I was passed out and was like, no, we need her in there. You know, she needs to be in there. Because I did feel a covert kind of operation feel as well. Like maybe I was going in there because I needed to go find out some shit. You know, I wasn't getting in there because I was like, oh, this is my dream. It was like, I'm supposed to get in there because that's my job, because I got to go see something and report something. So I did feel that too. So anyway, I'm in there. I'm good. Again, this crazy instructor, the person's like maybe the Mr. Miyagi of the whole thing, right? And it wasn't a Mr., wasn't an Asian person, but it was like that, Mr. Miyagi.
All
Just
right.
clarifying, It was not Mr. Miyagi, okay? Anyway. This person just had this venom towards me. And then, next thing I know, we are fighting with spells. Harry Potter style, like magic wands out, literally casting spells. Every kind of spell, okay? Expelliarmus, you know, what is it? Avada Kedavra, I think.
You could have just said spells. We didn't need the names. You could have just said spells.
Hey, I'm living it. I'm in it. I'm in the dream again. I'm remembering the spells. So that we cast. I remember thinking of all kinds of spells. Like, it was on the spot. It was pressure. This person is trying to kill me. And then, like, the light from, like, one of the wands, their wand was green or something, and my wand is, like, a different color. You know, the lights. And they're casting these spells, but I just remember having this ease with this wand. I was, like, whipping it, like, almost like a whip, you know. I was just whipping it, pointing it, just clinging the wrist around, helicopter style. Point again. And my spells were so good. They were countering theirs so fast that eventually I put the killing curse on them and I killed them.
Oh my God.
I killed the instructor. But it was like kill or be killed. And then after that, I don't know, I guess it's just the code of like in this group is like, if you get killed, that's on you. You was weak. Nobody's like, that was wrong. I'm against you. You know, you killed this person. I was their friend. It was like, damn, I didn't know she was weak.
Damn.
Like, that's how brutal.
Laughing on graves?
That's how brutal they were. Like, nobody was like, dang, you killed the instructor, now we gotta kill you or something. It was like, oh, dang, I guess the next one comes up. We'll get the memo on who's in charge next.
Oh,
Everything just
God.
went business as usual. But I lived, okay? So, the next part is I go into the facility, I guess, where now I'm a member of this, and we're training. This dream had levels, okay? So now I'm in training, so I can do my best job in this thing. And I remember there was 2 stations, and this one task had to be done at these 2 stations, but they made 2 so that, you know, everybody could have enough space to, you know, actually try it. I remember most of the kind of all-star melanges, say, going to this one station. And they were all those strong, you know, heavy hitters. Like, they had been there before. This is their thing. You know, they've done this a while. Like, I'm new. I'm a new trainee. And just wondering, like, how did all the strong people go to that side? We're not going to really be able to accomplish this task equally, right? And then newer people going to the same side as the stronger people, because they're like, well, then we going to finish this early. I just remember thinking, like, this is, like, very cowardly. In my opinion, they have all the strength and the know-how already. Why are they all flocking together instead of like a challenge of like, you know, let me see if I can do it, you know, over here by myself with these newbies. But anyway, there was like a hell of people on one side and me and 2 other trainees with this other station. We tried to accomplish it. Of course, the other side finished it a lot faster, but we got it done, but it just, you know, took a while. But that was when in that dream, it was a turning point. I was like, so they're all cowards in here. You know, they're acting all strong, right? So another time, I'm walking somewhere, and I see my grandma. She just popped up. But she was like, I was walking through the facility, and we had like a task, you know, a job we were going to do soon. I walk. I see a woman. I don't know who she is. She turns around. It's my grandma, but she's in her 50s. She's wearing this beautiful red lipstick. She looks at me and smiles, and I get that feeling of like, oh, she's saying I did, you know, I'm doing what I want to do, and she's proud of me. Just by her smile and everything. We didn't speak. She just gave me that smile. So then after that, we had a bunch of missions. I just remember being very unorganized and chaotic. We were like tailing somebody, but we had to tail them 6 people down. So like I was number 4. So I had to keep up with the person in front of me, but not get too close to where someone would know we were together. So it was a lot of training and things going on too. But yeah, I went through that whole little like sequence with these people. So what are your thoughts?
Well,
Okay.
I got lost. I'm being all the way 100 with you. I got lost. I tried to follow the whole thing, but I got lost. But what I did take away was I took away that I think this a group of assassin women, I think it is a metaphor for you and you taking the time and effort and energy to go on your own and being like, fuck it, I don't know what's gonna happen here. Hence the whole live or die part of it. So yeah, so I definitely think that's a big part of it. And then I also think that the different stations and different levels of the training were there to symbolize all the many different facets and all the many different parts of you that you continually need to conquer over and over again to be this whole assassin. And I think the last part, what I did catch from the last part, I think the last part means the part where they were the strongest people with the newbies and then you and the few other people on the other team, and how you all lost, but you knew in the depth of your soul that you should have won because the odds were stacked against you. I think that means that no matter where you go in your career or life, honestly, there's always going to be, the odds are never going to be in your favor. So you got to continually find ways to rise above them and continually conquer them, even when it's a live or die situation. So yeah, that's what I got.
Well, sounds good to me.
So everyone, welcome to DREAMGIRLS.
You sound so intense and insane. Welcome to DREAMGIRLS. In case you couldn't tell from Jalen's tone, he loves DREAMGIRLS. That's why he's so excited. Right?
So excited. Peeing my pants. Metaphorically.
He loves DREAMGIRLS.
I don't know
we
why I
actually
went
just
to
ended
pee.
up watching. This wasn't even a planned episode.
Wasn't.
He just put it on, and I was like,
Thank
"Wait,
you,
is this what I
HBO?
think it is?"
Yes.
Because you hear the little like.
You already
beginning,
knew. I love
when they're getting ready.
Because I put it on and I didn't tell her what it was. And then I went into the other room and then she's like, wait, is this DREAMGIRLS? And I'm like, it
And
is.
the next thing I was like, dun, 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 dun,
Then we are in.
So how did we watch DREAMGIRLS? Please let them know so they can watch.
It is on the HBO Max.
Okay. So yeah, we're going to be talking about DREAMGIRLS. This is another episode of Brownie Sunday Podcast. I'm Corey.
I am Jalen.
And yeah, we're going to get into this musical. I love musicals.
Me too.
Every time I think there's a musical that I'm not going to want to watch. Not that DREAMGIRLS was ever one I didn't think I would enjoy.
You were about to get some
No,
judgment. Judgment was coming your way.
DREAMGIRLS is like up there, way up there on the list. But no, every time there was a musical that my mom would tell me about, because she loves musicals too. Mm-hmm. She'd be like, oh, you got to see this musical. It's about this, it's about that. And I'm always like, yeah. Because I think like, oh, it's going to be boring, just the subject matter.
Yeah.
And just because she watched it, because she used to watch a lot of crime, like Matlock and like Heat of the Night. Those type of shows.
That's the thing.
I was like, I don't trust
all
her
the
judgment
murder.
on
I don't get it.
all those where you have to like solve she likes those, you got to solve it kind of shows. And so did my dad.
Your
now,
hands. If anyone gets in your hands with
snaps.
these little snaps,
The rapid fire
you just
snaps.
gotta get it down.
So, and it's funny because now I watch those shows.
We watch
We
them.
watch them.
Yes.
But so I just was questionable about it, and just it sounds super sad. Almost every musical at the core, it's sad.
Oh, it
okay?
has to be.
So
You don't
but
sing
it's
happy
like, That's why they
songs.
bring in music and dancing
Yeah.
so that you don't go hurt yourself afterwards because of the sadness that it caused you. You have to.
course.
They mask it with the laughter and the hoofing of the tap dance.
I'm
The
like,
tap-
is there horses?
No. the taps.
I was very
and
confused.
And the pas de bourrées, kickball change.
And we're
Jeté.
back in. Everyone, you are witnessing a fall back in. I coined that phrase just now. It's when she's back in.
But yes, anyway, I was like, every time I was like, I'm not going to like this. And then I watch it, and I love it. And there's no musical I've ever watched that I did not like. So
I've
far.
seen some I didn't like.
Okay. Then
I've seen some bombs.
So far, I have loved every musical I've ever seen. Is this an earthquake?
Feels like
Gosh.
an earthquake.
It was. It was a little mini quake. Well, LA.
Welcome to LA, everyone.
for you.
Something
Real time.
Real time earthquakes. So I'm gonna tell my Dreamgirl story.
Okay. Also, Samoa, our cat, is like, what the hell?
He woke up for like a second. He's like, "Oh, they good? We good?
No, he's
Everybody
still
good."
looking. He's looking at us to make sure everything's
Oh, I can't
good.
see him through. I
Okay,
see
he's
him now.
looking at me like, is everything good, Mama? I'm like, it's okay. He's falling back asleep.
And
Okay,
he's
and he's
good.
back.
All
All
right.
right, go ahead.
So, Dreamgirl story. I don't remember how I ended up in the theater. Don't
Okay.
know how I got there.
All right.
I don't know. I don't know what events led me to seeing this in theaters. However, I do remember getting there late and being pissed because I hate getting to movies late.
Yeah.
And late is when you miss the previews. When you miss the previews, yes.
Wait, that's not late. Okay, we on different lates.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to clarify, because I remember specifically missing the beginning of the movie. That was the thing. We missed a lot of the beginning of the movies.
You missed the beginning of the movie, but you said missing the previews. I'm confused.
Okay.
Missing the previews.
So when I
is
say late to the movie,
Uh-huh.
I'm saying the film has started.
Oh, I thought you said for you late was missing previews.
No, I said for me, for some people, for a lot of people, late is when you
Oh,
start
that's my mom.
when you start
My
missing
mom's
previews.
like, I gotta see the previews.
Yes.
Okay.
So I wanted to clarify. I was like, no, the
Gotcha.
film has started. The actors are playing on the
then
stage.
you're late. Yeah.
On the
For me, that's
screen,
late.
playing actors missed it. So I remember being really upset. But once I found my little seat near the aisle, and I settled in. with
Always
my
do the
popcorn.
aisles, people.
Have to,
Faster
because you're gonna have to pee.
Pee and emergencies.
See, that's why we gotta have us both. Because you thought about the emergency.
It's like, I don't even do the
I
aisle
had to
seats.
pee. I do the aisle seats for sure.
I do the center. I like to see right in the center. Hey.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's who I am now. Back in the day, I was aisle seat guy.
Gotcha.
Because I would go get other concessions and whatever. Anyway, I had a lot of concessions at the movie. It was a big thing back then. Anywho, I just remember back in that time I wanted to sing more just in my life, and nothing around me was really encouraging me to do that outside of, like in the church. But I'm like, so then I remember.
You only sing, gospel enough times.
Exactly.
You want to sing other things.
You've got hymn books.
Stop.
You know them all the hymns. Just start singing one. It comes back. It's weird. It does come back. Like creepily so. Anyway, so I remember after seeing the movie, it just really encouraged me to just get back into singing. So I started singing a lot of R&B hits back in that time.
R&B hits.
I impressed a lot of.
They were only hits.
Only the hits. I'm not gonna sing something in the middle of the album. That's dumb. No one's gonna know it. I can't use it to impress women. You gotta know it. It's gotta be on the radio.
Oh my gosh.
So I remember Lil Me was joining a lot of songs, and I was serenading a lot of young girls at that time. Thank you, Dreamgirls.
You were young yourself, so it's just girls.
Well, okay. You go for that and miss the serenade? Let's focus on the serenade.
The serenade was funny because you said young girls. I'm like, but you were young.
Okay.
Yourself.
All right.
Oh.
Everyone knows what I mean.
Yeah, I get it.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad that made you feel. I mean, that movie does make you just want to sing. Like the whole movie's about I want to sing.
It does.
And them trying to get jobs singing.
Yes.
So it makes everyone want to sing.
So I do still think we should do a brief summary for those that may either haven't seen it or haven't seen it in a long time.
Okay.
Um.
Well, I think you should do the honors.
Oh.
Of
Okay.
a brief summary. Yeah.
Brief one. All right. So we start out just like how all I swear every movie about a band or a musician starts off at some competition.
Yes, it does.
They have to be
It does.
competing, and someone's always late, and everyone's frantic.
They almost miss their chance, or they do.
And yes, so this one starts off like that, and Beyonce knows the Deena. What's her last name?
It was Deena. I don't know.
I
I don't know the character's last
Deena.
name.
Deena.
I don't know nobody's last name.
And her little group is doing her thing. So Jennifer Hudson is in the group, and then what was the other person's name?
Jennifer Hudson's name was, her character was
Effie.
Effie, yeah.
And
Effie White, that's right. We do know people's last names.
again. Yeah, well, her name was sung a lot, so I feel like
Yes.
we didn't sing Deena's name.
I got pain. Remember she sang that part? They
course.
said her name when they said
Effie, we all got
yes.
Effie, we all got paid.
They said her name right. You got her name down. Okay.
Yeah, we all know what Deena got. Jamie got a manager.
Yes.
I guess she got
Okay.
that.
So
Oh,
they
God.
start off competition.
Yes, and they lose, obviously, and they get picked up by the premier talent, Jimmy Early, played by Eddie Murphy. Which, when I found out that Eddie Murphy used to actually sing, and he like has a record out, it cracked me up. I was like, what?
Have you heard the record?
No.
We'll do that next.
The existence of the record cracked me up. So I'm excited to hear it.
Oh my God.
Can he sing? Does he have?
We'll talk about that later.
All right.
That's another.
To be continued at a later date. So yeah. So then they start touring with Jimmy for a while, and
Jamie.
Jamie
Whose
and
name-
Jamie.
Jamie's character was
Curtis.
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 But Curtis, you used to love me. That's how
That
I know
is-
Curtis's name.
that's Effie.
That's how his name came to me.
Yeah, of course. Because
That's how it's like when they say the names. That's when it goes bing. I remember the name. Only then.
do you have one for Jimmy?
Oh yeah, she was like, what was the girl Anika Noni Rose's character?
I don't know.
She was like,
They ain't say her name enough.
who loves Jimmy? I love Jimmy. But what did she say? And then she was like, but Jimmy.
But her name?
My name
But not.
is leaving.
Is it Laurel?
Jimmy.
Is it Laurel? No,
I don't know.
I don't know.
But she said his name a lot of times in
She
that one
did.
little thing.
True.
She was like, but she's leaving him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how we got Jimmy's name in there.
Yeah. So we'll figure out
Somebody
her.
saying Anika Noni Rose's character name. That's what
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna look it up. Go ahead, keep talking.
look it up. Look it
Keep talking.
up. So after they're touring with Jimmy for a little while, and Jamie, who's Curtis, their manager, they're like, hey, yo, we don't need Jimmy. We can do it on our own. So then they branch off. Jimmy goes doing his little Jimmy tour, and he gets hooked on drugs during the tour.
Laurel, you were right. It's
I was Laurel?
No, it's Anika Noni Rose's character was Laurel.
See?
You were right.
See, I knew it stuck in me. Laurel
And
loves
it was Jimmy Early. And Jimmy Early.
Did I
you
say
were close to Ely.
I say Ely.
Yeah. Or no, maybe you said Early.
I don't know.
I think you said Early. I'm
Again,
wrong. You right. Go ahead. You
Anyone
did.
who watched or listened to the previous
You
episode,
said Jimmy Early. You said
anyone who
Jimmy
listens to the
Early.
previous episode, we will be watching, rewinding the tape,
We will.
rewind it.
But yeah, you had it right. So go on. Go on.
So they start touring. Jennifer Hudson's character Effie has the best voice. However, she is heavy set. They don't like that. So they swap her out for Beyoncé. Beyoncé can't sing as well.
According
but
to them, yeah.
she can't sing as well, and in the movie, and she blows up, and that's pretty much
Effie
it.
Gets kicked to the curb.
Kicked to the curb. She's got to go make her own
And
little
they're like,
stuff.
Effie, come on, just go along with it. We want you to dim your light
Hence the
so
beautiful
that
song.
we can go mainstream and
you know, Deena can be in the spotlight. So just dim yourself. We're a family.
Yes.
Right when you said, I was like, this is the most manipulative family.
It is.
We're family, okay? Do this for us. Don't be happy, Effie.
Oh my God. So I feel that that was an overall theme in the movie. It's kind of like distance yourself or surrender yourself to the bigger
machine.
whatever. The machine.
Yes, yes.
Yes, that was a big thing, a big
That
theme
was.
throughout the whole
You're
movie.
right.
Because even that came into play when Effie was trying to get back on her feet. Her song got stolen. That whole
Dang,
thing.
yeah.
You know, so I feel that the machine runs us all. No, I'm kidding. It wants to run us all.
I mean,
It aspires to run us all.
in some ways, I feel like it does run us all.
Yeah.
But maybe in varying degrees.
Yeah. So what do you think about the music machine? Like, do you think that it's gotten better with SoundCloud and, you know, artists like Chance the Rapper and very just forthcoming artists like Billie Eilish and stuff like that? Do you think that culture has changed? Because, I mean, I do want to have a little Tinashe tangent in a minute, just because it's very near and dear to my heart, and it sucks. So we'll talk about that in a minute, though.
I think you're right. I think in some ways it has gotten better because, like you said, there are more avenues to get your music out there without having to have a big label behind you, without having to have, you know, a big production, like a big studio backing, whatever. So in that sense, yeah, because you can make your own music, and yeah, Chance the Rapper is a really good example of that because he's still an independent artist, and he's mainstream, but he was independent, and that rarely happens where someone's backing their own.
Oh yeah.
You know, music and everything. However, I'm gonna clear my throat one more time. It is allergy season. I still think it's still the same in a lot of ways.
Okay. Like what?
Yeah, like in a lot of ways, if you really want to go big, if you really want to sell lots of records and be mainstream, it's way easier to have someone saying, this is your image, this is your look, this is your music that you're going to make. You're going to dress like this, you're going to, you know, whatever, be like this. This is your hit maker. Yeah. And they do control a lot. They control a lot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I definitely, yeah. It's still like the same in that sense, I think.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. I think the similar to Hollywood, music has a quote unquote star system where they pluck you from bumblefuck. And that's how it's always from nowhere. It's always from like, oh, they're from like no name Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this found gem. You know what I'm saying? And then they take you, and then they take you under their, you know, music wing or their Hollywood wing. And then they're like, hey, so we're going to make you a star. And then, but you have to sell your values and you have to do everything we say.
Yeah, and
so I definitely agree that that's still happening.
I think a lot of artists too have said that they're unhappy with management or, you know, a lot of different aspects of that industry have said that, and a lot of there are artists who just straight up just disappear, or they disappear and now they're not in the like limelight because they chose to break away from that and make their own music, and they're, you know, on a more independent side. And there are some artists that I feel, okay, they do have, you know, they don't completely have to give up everything. You know, they have their look, they have their sound, they have certain things, and they stick true to that. But I think those are the ones that have that very solidly established, and those are the lucky ones. That they're like, this is me, this is this, and this is what I want to do. And then the label and things kind of, they just help that because it works.
Do you think that those people come in with a following? Is that part of the reason why they let them have a little more agency?
Totally. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point. I think so.
Yeah, because when I think about Billie Eilish's career, she seemingly, I'm not 100% sure, but it seemed as if she started to garner a following online before coming to record companies. So I think that she had
Yeah.
already been established as however she was.
And they see the numbers to back it,
Exactly.
so they let you keep it. Just like Janelle Monáe. She was wearing the black and white and the suits and
I
stuff
liked her better back then. Is that wrong?
for a while.
No, I'm saying like her music. I like her artistry.
Oh, okay,
like her,
okay.
just
Back-
like
back then?
Yeah, back then.
In the
I just,
beginning?
I just liked her. You know, I don't know. I liked the beginning of her career, her sound
Yeah.
a little better back then.
Well, what I'm pointing out though is that she had that style, and then she still has the black and white carried over, the suits carried over into, you know, her full blown, like, now radio hits career.
Yeah.
Because I think it's because that's what she had. She had that following as that. But I did see, well, maybe she just evolved. I did see like an old picture, like way back when she was more, she just looked like your average everyday girl next door. You know, she had like a natural, you know, her fro, she is natural anyway, but it was like, she had her, you know, curls, and she was wearing kind of just like a colorful top or something, and looking very like sweetly at the camera. And I wonder when the split happened between for her having the black and white stuff. But yeah, I think she definitely had the following from that look, and so they were like, perfect. That's what people know you as. That's what they love, and just went. And a lot of times I think they just tweak what you have too. Like, not a lot of times. Sometimes they take something and they just make it bigger. So if you're already you have red hair, they'll make it more red. You know, they just like make it more like, oh, we want you to really stand out. You know, if you have big boobs, they're like, we're going to really show people and push them up and have the boobs because, you know, you got these. So things like that, they just, yeah, but sometimes they totally make a person a whole new, it's a 180.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? People that they knew from back home and stuff are like, wow, they've never even dressed like that, looked like that, you know, all that. They used to sing blues, and now they singing pop. You know, I don't know.
So do you think that's what was happening with Deena in the movie? Because it seemed to me in the beginning when remember she had the idea about the wigs. Turn the wigs around.
Yeah.
Turn them around, everyone. Turn them around.
I was like, how did those wigs look good backwards?
That's the same thing I was thinking. However, she had that idea, that innovation.
Yes.
Over the course of the movie, that was squashed by Curtis.
That was.
It was like, yo, this is you.
You're right.
Make this money. So I feel that her journey was the epitome of that, what we're talking about. Because she was her own artist in the beginning, having even the smallest thing of turning the wigs around. And now she's like, I don't want to be Cleopatra. And she's like, Curtis is like, but it's going to make us money. But we got to pay for these kids.
They ain't got no kids.
They didn't have kids?
No. Remember the scene when they
Oh,
were
yeah.
making love, and she's like, Curtis, I want you to give me a child.
Yeah.
Remember?
And they never had
That's
a
how I knew
baby?
they didn't have no kids.
Why did they never have a kid? In my mind, in my DREAMGIRLS, they had two.
Your girls.
They had two kids.
Oh my God.
In my version,
Stop.
there were two kids. But anyway, yeah. So
No, but you're right.
I feel like that she was an example.
She
of
had,
that.
yeah, you're right, because from the beginning, you can see that she had great ideas. She saw the other ladies from the other female group had the same wigs. Like, we not going out there wearing the same wigs.
Hell no.
Which, exactly, Deena was right. You do not want to go out there following them looking like you copied off of them, okay?
Exactly.
And so that was genius. It's a good thing the backs of the wigs looked good, because if they didn't, they would have been talking about them like, do you remember the girls that they looked like they had mushroom hats?
Mushroom
You
hats.
know? But yeah, she constantly you could tell she was a little more savvy as far as what the people want. And that's why, in addition to, okay, she had the look, right? You could tell she knew how to serve it. She knew how to serve it up to the audience in her mannerisms and her dance moves and just everything. She had that it factor, too.
So what is that?
I don't think it was just her looks. Her looks played a big part, but she had that special something that she knew how to really entertain the crowd. And like you said, the ideas she had. She has some little touches where it's like, she knew what to do. And Curtis, yeah, he squashed those.
Yes. So, real quick, I want to talk about the it factor.
Yeah.
Because you said it, and whenever someone says it, everyone's like, oh, yeah. But what is that? Like, is it presence?
Yes.
Is it confidence?
Confidence.
Is it self-assurance?
Honestly, I feel like the it factor, if you want to just sum it up, it's confidence.
Yeah.
It really is, because when you're confident, you're more willing to put that little oomph, be out front and center. Confidence draws people, it attracts people. So in a nutshell, it is confidence. What it is specifically, it varies depending on what you're doing. It's the it factor is like it's a slice of sweet potato pie. And then you put some whipped cream or some ice cream scoop on top. That's what the it factor is.
Okay.
It just elevated it.
Okay. Okay.
Took it up a notch.
So if I were an it factor searcher.
Okay.
If I wanted to find it.
Yes.
For me.
Yeah.
How would one go about priming their it? You know what I'm saying?
You want to find your it.
Yeah.
Inside of you.
Yeah. So does that mean, do I go for nature walks to find my it? Or do I, I'm just joking, but like,
right, no, hey.
Do but not to knock the nature walkers. People walk natures.
I
think natures. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think? How do you find it?
I think you find it by practice, by doing a lot. Like doing that thing enough where you don't have to stress about it as much. You're free to now put your mind. You're in what is it called?
Flow state.
Flow state, but I mean, when you're in cruise control or
cruise
something.
Control, yeah.
Yes. You're in cruise control now because you've done this enough. Like I think about when I danced, right? Mm-hmm. So for those of you who don't know.
Oh my God.
I started ballet at the age of 3, and I danced up until about 20, 21. And I did all kinds of dance in between there, pom-pom, hip-hop, jazz, you name it. Okay, I even did Hawaiian dance for a little while, right? But, I think about it with dance. Like, once you get the steps and you get the moves down, then, and it's in memory, it's in your body. You don't even have to think about it. You just can put little things in the routine.
Some shoulder shrugs we got going. Some shoulder shrugs. It looks like she's putting something into an oven.
You just, you just could do that little extra.
Yeah.
That makes the move. It's still the move, but now it's flowing. You're flowing into that next move with ease, and then you can punch it up a little bit. Like in this one move, you're like, I'm gonna punch that up and do that like this a little more. And then it's it. Now it's that it. It's what makes you stand out at the audition. It's like with acting, which, I'm still trying to figure out my it a little bit.
I feel like acting it is not definable. I feel the more you try to find your acting it, the less you have it.
The less you have it.
Yeah, and the it for acting is life, because an actor is a storyteller. So the more you're able to pay attention to your life around you, the better you're able to tell the stories of other people. So, yeah.
Also, just realize this too. It is your personality infused into whatever
it
is.
I agree.
Like whatever you're doing, when you can be able to put a little bit of you in there, it instantly becomes it has it factor. Because now it's different. You know why it's different? Because you're different. You're different from everyone else. You're unique. So when you put whatever it is that is you, layer that on top of something like that little dollop of ice cream on that pie.
All you need is a dollop of ice cream.
Now it's like,
eat ice cream.
It's not just the same slice of pie that everybody got.
Yeah.
Now yours has a dollop of whipped cream on top.
Yes. So. And everyone, rest assured, we're in Hollywood. We're actors out here. You are fine. Don't.
What?
No, I'm saying, I feel like
you scared me. I was like, what? What's happening?
No.
What's going on?
I feel like so many people are like, well, I can't move to Hollywood. I can't do this as a musician if I don't do X, Y, and Z first. It's like, no. Like she was saying, your it is simply you
Yes.
practicing hard. This is why I asked the question.
Yes,
Because
yes.
I wanted to have the answer. So people don't be like, oh, I don't know what the answer is. You got it right from the motherfucking source.
It's inside you.
It's in you. It is in you. It's just your talents, trying hard, and your personality.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah. There's no special formula. Like, you know?
Yeah.
You just go and do those things, and you just keep trying to find opportunity. But back to Dreamgirls. Yes. Deena had that it. You know?
She did. She did. And I think she had that it similar to how Beyonce had her it, where they just kept, you know, I got the vibe that they've been doing this for a while, the three of them specifically.
Oh yeah, they said that they've been singing since they were kids.
See.
Yeah, they
Since
said
were
that.
kids.
They were like, "How long we been singing?" I think it was Laurel.
Oh my
They were like,
God.
"Since we were kids."
Oh my God.
Yeah, so they've been together for a while.
Yeah, so they have that flow together and that, you know, ability to sing great.
Yes, they did. They can easily melodies when they were rehearsing with Jimmy Early. They caught on real fast because they knew, like, okay, you take the soprano part, take the alto, the tenor. You know, they know how to pick their harmonies and things.
Mm-hmm.
What I was gonna say real quick though, Effie did have it.
Absolutely.
Effie definitely had it. She
Absolutely.
came out. She actually had it before Deena had her confidence.
Yeah.
But it got diminished by everyone, like, around her when they started to pick the industry and the end goal and the fame over her. Mm-hmm. Now, Effie was, man, they dissed her because, like I said, she didn't have the look or whatever. That was the beginning of making her lose her it factor. Mm-hmm. But she always had that attitude. Mm-hmm. She had that confidence. You know, she was like, she spoke her mind. Remember how she was just openly, like, with Jamie, like, hey, you know, do you like girls like me? Or you like skinny little things like Deena, you know? And he was like, he never really answered.
He did.
That's when you know a man or someone is a player, a schemer, or a politician. Playing it safe. He never answers. He's like, well, I grew up, my sisters look a lot like you. I was like, yeah, your sisters. This still doesn't answer the question.
Also, that makes it weird. So you want to be with your sister?
Right. I grew up, my sisters look like you.
So that made me not want to be with you even more.
That is, yeah.
So what do you think about Effie's solo journey after being released from
yes.
from the group? So what do you think about her and her life after? So, cause it was Curtis's baby, right? That she had. Mm-hmm. Okay, and the fact that Curtis was like, "Nah, you don't get no money. You just gotta struggle." So I just want to know your thoughts on her re-rise to fame from that. What do you think about, you know, her figuring it out?
I feel like it didn't need to happen.
Exactly.
It's like, yes, she learned a lot. You know, she grew. But it's like, if we could go back and she'd be like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get this contract right here that says I'm the lead singer from now and for always. And or whatever she had to do, she would go back and do that. I mean, she would not want to, like, not have her daughter, because obviously after she has her daughter, she's like, oh, that's my heart now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if she could, from the jump, if somebody could be like, hey, look, Effie, hate to do this, but they gonna turn on you, girl.
Oh my God. Get
you a contract, okay? Make sure you also work it in there, because let me just tell you, you could get Curtis if you want. Okay, mm-hmm. You can get him. Make sure he slides you a little extra percentage in your check, because you're going to need it. All right? Mm-hmm. Other girls don't got to know. That's what I would tell Effie. Make sure you got things in order, in line.
I would as well.
She would choose that too.
Yes.
Because she had to struggle so much. Like, wasn't Jamie Early's original manager, who was Danny Glover, wasn't he bringing her, did he give her money? Somebody gave her some money.
I think he gave her money.
Yeah, he was bringing her money. Like, you found out that he was the one making sure she was good, because nobody else was. Not even her girls that she grew up with. It's like brother. They let her be kicked out, but they weren't like, you know what? I'm just going to, on the low, anonymously, send Effie a check every month to make sure she's good, because this was her group. Because they didn't know she had a kid, but still, she started out with you all. But is that not what happens?
Is that what the Latoya Luckett feels?
Huh?
Is that how the Latoya Luckett feels?
And Latavia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is that not how the Supremes feel?
Yeah.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah. So is the more of the story, don't get in a
Don't
group?
be in groups.
You go solo or you don't go at all?
Make sure that you're the Beyonce of whatever group that you're in.
Oh, God.
That's the moral of the story. If you are not the Beyonce and they're not giving you the
Stop.
lead,
We about to break up like 30 groups right now.
Right. Listen carefully. If you are in a boy band girl group, I love, you know, the alliteration there. They did boy band girl group, makes it easier.
That sounds like PR.
So they're like a male band and a women's group. Yeah, if you're in a boy band or girl group, if you are not getting the solos in every song, okay? If you're not the Camila Cabello, all right? Fifth Harmony. If you are not getting those, you are not the Beyonce of the group. You need to make sure you have all of your ducks in a row. You need to
Leave.
be taking money on the side.
You need to leave the group because you will never get any money.
No, you need to secretly be working out a deal for yourself to go solo. You need to be like Normani. She did not have a lot of solos at all. It was Camilla, and I remember the other one. She's like a little shorter in Fifth Harmony. Those were the two that had the main like solo parts. Normani would have, you know, some things, and the other girls, they would, you know, have a chorus, a hook. But they did not make them front and center. But Normani, she seen Dreamgirls.
Oh my God, stop.
She seen Dreamgirls, and she made sure that she was on side like, okay, so we gonna record that single for me next week. Got it. Yeah, we'll be in Miami. We'll be there because we'll be performing. So what I'll do is, I'll be I'll tell them I'm gonna go work out. Yeah. Cool. So when the group split and Camilla's like, well, I'm gonna go solo. Normani's like, not so fast. She stood up, not so fast. I actually have a deal myself. Files nails. Camilla's like, what? What do you mean? Normani's like, yeah, I have a deal. So, toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
But anyway.
So yeah. I always be you are your Beyonce in your story.
Yes.
So don't be not Beyonce. I was gonna say some other name in the group, but I was like, I don't want to like diss them all hard.
I feel like it's like if you have a big personality and you have a great talent, and you are not the Beyonce of the group, you're not getting the solos, and you wonder, why am I not getting the solos? Why am I not front and center? Then you're not the Laurel. Because there are Laurels. Every group needs a Laurel. She was the backing vocals. She's fine with where she is.
Is she fine or happy?
Go the distance. She's fine. She knows, she's like, I'm not the lead. She's like, I'm not the lead singer. I do good on the blending of the voices. I'm good on the doo-wops and the shooby-doos. I can be in this group. I can do this. But if you got a big personality and you got hopes and aspirations of being the lead and you're not currently getting that love, you're not going to get the love. They may tell you, yeah, the next single. Oh, God. You get the solo, you get a part on the next single. But it's just, no, it's not going to happen.
Even if you get that solo, they're going to cut it before it gets to the radio.
Right, as you're like, wait a minute. Why do I hear Beyonce's voice?
Why do I hear her voice again?
Singing my part.
This is my voice.
I recorded this. I was there. I sang this. And they're like, oh, last minute there was just some some feedback in your part when you sang it. We just had to do it real quick. You know, Beyonce's my daughter. You know, we just drove to the studio real quick. She recorded. Nothing big. It's nothing sneaky.
Oh my God. Then you find out you ain't got to dress like everybody else.
Stop.
Why you ain't got a fitting to go to? Everybody else got a fitting to go to.
Everybody.
But yours is rescheduled.
Your bag.
But yours got rescheduled. For a later date.
Right.
Not another time, for a later date.
But yeah, so they did Effie Bogus, and it happens a lot, you know. It's a cutthroat, it's just a messed up industry, it's cutthroat.
Yes.
But you know, let's talk about
Tinashe?
Well, you can talk about tonight because I want to get back to talking about Jimmy early.
Oh, Jimmy.
Go ahead. What you want to say about Tinashe?
No, let's talk about Jimmy first. Then we'll round it out with Tinashe.
So with Jimmy, so basically, everybody, they were on the road, so they're all like hooking up. They're coupled up. And Laurel got with Jimmy after a while, And my thing is, it was so funny when Laurel, when her and Jimmy slept together for the first time, and she was like, "I'm a woman now." And she was just all talking like, I can do what I want to do because I'm a woman. As you know, being a woman means we had sex. She didn't say that, but it's like, that's what they meant. And Deena's all like, oh my gosh, how could you? And she was like 1 minute so confident and the next so insecure. She'd be like, what? How you know? People been talking. It's like, Laurel, you're the only one.
You the people that been talking.
Who's been talking about how you're a woman now. You're 18. You're a woman now. You literally said those words. We know what that means. Ain't nobody talking about you like nobody cares. And she's like, well, you should. Well, whatever. I mean, I'm a woman. I don't care. It's like she just kept going back and forth. And I guess that spoke to how young they were, and it's like they're in adult situations. So that's another thing about being so young and being in the industry. You really get, even with parents on the road, even with...
Because they had a parent on the road.
They had a guardian-like woman.
Guardian,
But even with parents on the road, you still get exposed to so many adult situations and adult things way, way too early.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about that? Like, here she is, she's sleeping with this grown man, he's married, and...
Well, I think that it's an unfortunate part of any higher level, anything you go into. There's always going to be someone that's going to want to take advantage of the power that they have. Especially if you're young. And don't let money get in the mix. Then it's a whole other situation. So I thought that was important to be in the film. Mm-hmm. And the fact that it went on for so long.
8 years.
Yeah, it was crazy how long it went on.
8 years.
Yeah, it was insane. But I feel that was her story was she was a side piece in the group and and in real life. No. Because she's accepted her side piece in the group. Because was she not Deena's side piece? She was always there on the side.
You are so right. Oh, dang.
So,
dang.
Yeah.
Dang. She was, and that's the thing. Oh, man, that says a lot about,
So
dang.
if you become a side piece, you're going to be the side piece everywhere.
She was okay with being in the background. I mean, we do need leaders and followers, but she was okay with just being like in the background and just not being able to make decisions about anything. And the same with her and Jimmy's relationship.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, nobody ever said to her, like, Laurel, I just want you to know, you killing it, girl. Like, they were always, it was like, Effie's amazing. She's the lead. Oh, not Effie anymore. Now it's Deena. Deena's amazing. Nobody ever said anything about Laurel.
Yeah.
Like, Laurel was the mainstay. She was loyal. She was always professional,
Wait. Isn't that what always happens to the mainstays? Like, no one fucking cares about them.
And they're the ones holding it together.
There is always, everyone's always like, oh my God, the prodigal son has returned. Let's give him all our food. And then meanwhile, the oldest one is in the back making the damn food. And he's like, I made it. It's like.
Get your brother a rib plate. He's back. Yeah. We don't have any more? Okay, well, make some more ribs. Make some more.
That's why you're in the kitchen.
We also need more potato salad. So you're going to need to grab that too. Anyway, everyone welcome Prodigal Sons back.
And that's what I'm saying. It's so messed up. So.
But that is true. It's like, I remember I was listening to one of Oprah's Super Soul Sundays.
Super Soul.
And I don't remember the name of the woman that she had on there, but she basically was like an author, and she was talking about the fact that most times people focus on the relationships that have strife, like the relationships that they have with people.
I remember you
either
telling me
friends,
about this, yeah.
family, partners that are never quite right. They either don't respect you, they don't listen to you, whatever it is, they disappoint you. We focus on trying to prove to those people that we are worthy and that we are deserving of their love and attention, then focusing on the people who are always there for us in our times of need, crisis, and our good times. We don't focus on them and sharing the love, showering them with the love that they constantly give us. We focus on the people that aren't giving it to us because we want so badly to get them to, give us that. Mm-hmm. And how we need to shift that and focus on the real, like the Lorels of the group.
Yeah.
And say, thank you. Thank you for being here early, Lorel.
Yeah.
Thank you for steaming the dresses.
She got to steam the dresses?
She did. She was there early. She didn't have to.
She can't just steam. Look, she can't just sing. She got to steam the dresses.
She didn't have to. That's the point. She didn't have to, but she did because she was there early. She said, you know what? These dresses aren't going to get steamed themselves. Someone's got to steam them.
Oh my
that's
God.
That's the Lorel for you, okay? You think Deena's getting there steaming dresses?
No, Deena's barely getting there.
Is Effie? No, Effie's barely getting there. She was always late.
Yeah.
Is Effie? Okay, hey Samoa, what's up? Hey, is Effie steaming dresses? No. Effie's mad because she's not getting that single that she wanted Curtis or her brother to write. Deena's like, I wonder if this, strawberry sunrise. I wonder if this lip gloss looks good.
Stop.
She's not steaming dresses, but Lorel is.
Yeah.
And so nobody pays attention to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that's how Jimmy got her. He was like, that's what it was. Jimmy, when they first got introduced, damn, Jimmy's good. Okay, peep this. When they first met Jimmy, they knew who he was because obviously he was a big artist. And they were like, we're going to sing back up. He walks over. The first person he locks eyes with and takes her hand is Lorel. Lorel never, probably ever got the attention from the guy first. It was Effie and Deena, which was the case with Curtis. They both got the guys first. He, being who he is, looks at her, singles her out. Everyone else is invisible. Takes her hand, kisses it. He just got her a hook, line, and sinker. Yeah. She's like, he's the only one that sees me.
Damn.
That's game. That is game on game. Okay, Samoa, what are you doing? You can't even get down.
Yeah,
He's like climbing on my chair.
What is happening?
He's trying to get in the window. So that's why I got to do that macrame cat hanger. Anyway, let's go back. You had something to say, though. More. I think you wanted to move on to maybe Curtis or something. I don't know.
We could move on to Curtis. However, I do want to talk about Tinashe.
Okay, before you talk about Tinashe, why did they, when Jimmy, this is what I did want to say about Jimmy.
What?
When Jimmy, remember how Jimmy was on drugs? He did drugs, clearly. He obviously did drugs. I feel like those artists back then.
Yeah, they did.
They did drugs.
Yeah,
Ray, everyone.
Yeah.
Remember it was like, he was about to do the drugs and it was Christmas and they're like, hey, Jimmy, it's Christmas, man. I was like, Jimmy looked at them like,
and I'm doing these drugs. And I'm going to do some drugs.
Fuck if it's Christmas.
They're like,
that's
Jimmy, come on.
That's especially why I need the drugs.
Come on, Jimmy, don't ruin Christmas for everybody. Everybody going to see you do these drugs. Everybody going to remember that Christmas is 72. When Jimmy got out the drugs, and he did them after the eggnog.
It was like, Jimmy.
And Jimmy said, okay, well, the Christmas is 72. Y'all going to have to remember me doing these drugs.
But the way he said it, like, it's Christmas, man. I was like, you okay with Jimmy doing drugs all of the 364 days of the year?
Because he ain't making money on Christmas. Jimmy can do drugs as long as he's making money off the drugs he's doing.
Oh, Christmas is a problem, man. Any other day, you don't mind seeing him snort these drugs, and
because at least after he smoked those drugs, we get a single off after. We at least get a single from those drugs.
He be flying high. He be it's like the best.
What we gonna get from Christmas drugs? Nothing. Sadness. An argument.
He really was like, look, I really need the drugs on Christmas. Christmas is when I really need the drugs. You know, a lot of people be depressed.
Exactly.
Because they can't be with their family life is messed up.
Come on, man.
He's like, I'm hanging out with y'all and not at the Poconos.
with my damn wife. I'm doing drugs, damn it.
It's not to glorify doing drugs, everyone.
No, but
It is, but Jimmy's like,
then,
I'm doing these drugs.
I know it's not funny, but
I mean, for the context of a movie, it is pretty funny.
When they found out Jimmy died, whenever I saw it before, it was like, oh my gosh, so sad, like, oh my gosh. But I don't know why this time, watching it, I think it was because I was still laughing off of the whole, Jimmy, it's Christmas, don't do drugs. When they were like, Jimmy, he was found dead at the Tropicana. I think it was like, because I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. He's doing drugs all the time on Christmas and the other days of the year.
Yeah.
Everyone's shocked that he's found dead at the Tropicana.
Exactly.
And then what made it even worse, why did they have to add this part? They made it, to add insult to injury, they're like, he'd been dead over a day. It's like, damn it. We don't need to know. Lorel does not need to know. We don't need to know it was that long.
It's like nobody was finding him either.
What's that info gonna help with?
No, it's like, I want y'all to know he was really on drugs. Because nobody even knew where he was. It took a whole day. Because that's how much drugs he was on.
And nobody was checking. Again, where are these check-ins?
There
Nobody checked on Effie. Nobody even knew she had a kid. No one wrote a letter to Effie. No one said, hey, I need to make a quick call. And said, hey, girl, hey, Gladys. Whatever, it's a neighborhood friend. Yeah, can you check on Effie real quick? Yeah, she still live over there on Pine Street. Can you check?
I'm too busy spending my money and darkening my skin.
Yes, when she darkened her skin for that photo shoot.
That was the weirdest shit. And also, why? Okay, all other photo shoots have at least like 4 or 5 shots. There's only one shot of the super dark skin photo shoot. There's only one. The editor's like, okay, fine, we'll keep one.
It was like she did what they did in the Nina Simone film.
Oh, Lord. Which we do have to review because I have to see it and clown it. I must.
So there was a picture of Beyonce when Curtis is singing that famous song, When I First Saw You, when the first time he saw her. And they show her in all the photo shoots, all the different outfits. She was like, she did a photo that had her skin darkened for some random reason. And it was weird.
It was very
and
odd.
we were like, wait, like, I don't know how that never stuck out, to us.
Because we listened to a song.
But back when we saw this movie, like, how many times have we all seen this movie? Different people. I have not ever heard anyone be like, what was up with what was up with the darkening of the skin part?
Because that's how movies get you. They like, listen to
you all in the feels.
Jamie Foxx singing this song. Here's the dark Beyonce. Ignore the dark Beyonce because you're listening to Jamie sing.
I feel like it was like an African-themed photo shoot, and they darkened her skin. I'm like, you can still have Beyonce in her God-given skin color.
No, that's not what Africa is.
Deena. You can have Deena.
No, Africa is dark.
That's right. That's what Hollywood said.
That's what Hollywood said.
No. It's got to be dark. You got to darken it. Right.
Have to darken her up.
Ugh, gosh. It's just like, it just sucks because that's the one thing in the film that I'm like, oh, cringe.
Yeah, that's
and
the
fact that it's a black film too. I feel like Hollywood did that on purpose. They're like, this movie's going too well. We have to put one thing in there that makes this just go cringe years from now. Do it. It's a guy named Ted. There was like, do it, Ted. He handles all the dirty work. But Tinashe. Go into Tinashe now.
Okay. The Tinashe floor has been
open.
So, excuse me. I had to clear my throat for Tinashe. Excuse me. Thank you. So, for those that don't know Tinashe, you need to learn. For those that do know Tinashe, this will hit home for you. I have always thought Tinashe was like hella talented. On a strictly, before I even knew what she looked like, vocal level, because I had heard her song before I saw her. So I was like, oh, this woman can sing. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. So then, over the course of her career, she gets like stupidly over-sexualized. Like her music videos are like
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Out the gate.
Out the gate. And it's like, it's not even like the clever sexual stuff where it's like, ooh, it's a double entendre. Ooh. No, it's like, what was one of her songs? Like, some...
I don't remember, but yeah, people who watch her videos know
yes.
what you're talking about. Know
yes.
what you're saying.
So I felt that, or I have always felt that the music machine has just done her such a horrible disservice. And I wanted to be on record saying that I feel that way and that I'm upset about it. Because I always hear new music from her, or I just hear songs from her randomly. And I'm like, oh, this is fire. And then I find out it's Tinashe. Then I'm like, then I go to her album and I'm like, why do I like none of these songs? You know what I'm saying? So whenever she features, it seems as if, this could be a big jump, but it seems as if when she gets the opportunity to work with somebody she wants to work with herself, she has better music than when she's working with the producers to make her own album.
Yeah,
that's what it
I see
seems
what you're
like.
Yeah. I think you're right. I mean, to your point, it's like she's beautiful, right? She's hella talented. She can dance. Oh my gosh, she can dance amazingly well.
Yeah.
Sing amazingly well. And I think they just from jump saw her as they see dollar signs. They don't see you as a person. They just see, oh, she's gorgeous. Oh, and she can dance. Oh, okay, sexy. We're making her sexy. I mean, she's sexy regardless. She's sexy no matter what, right? But they just hypersexualize everything. And now that's her. Now she's in the sexy box, you know? Like, I feel like they had, well, Pink is like ironic. Like, she's like the ironic singer, you know, ironic pop star, like, you know, very self-aware.
Yeah.
She's in that box. But that was a box of her own making. They did try to make her, Pink talks about this in some documentary, I think, how they try to make her sing certain types of songs at first, and you notice her music is like, after a certain point, is different. That's the real Pink. She was like, no, I want to sing these type of songs. But they tried to do it to her too. They tried to do the whole, basically, they were trying to make her appeal to like a black audience. And so they had her sing like kind of certain types of songs and had her have a certain type of look and haircut. So she could be that, she was basically supposed to be that down white girl that's got all black friends. That's how they were trying to market her. She's that one white girl that's your friend that grew up, you know, she was also on the block. Her family is probably like, you know, immigrants. I feel like that usually would happen. And she grew up around all black people, so love her. And she's like, no, I'm angsty and I want to talk about my parents' divorce. And like, you know, but yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
They just left Tinashe out for the wolves. Like,
here you go. She's just.
They wanted guys to be
a Tinashe sheep.
They wanted the men to want to be with her.
But men don't buy
And they
music
cared
or
to-
concert tickets.
Right, it's the girls, the women, you know. They're
I
like,
can let you know this. I know not one male ever that has said, yo, I'm going to a Tinashe concert.
right, to a female artist concert.
Or, it's like, oh, I want to marry her. Oh, she bad.
Yeah, it's not
So
like,
why are you marketing to us? We're not even
let me
buying
go
her
support her
stuff.
economically by attending one of her shows. They never say that.
We're not buying none of her stuff. We
Yeah.
just think she's pretty.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's messed up.
And so that's where they went wrong in her, I guess, in her marketing and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing, it's like, yeah, if you want to be sexy and you want to be dance sexy and sing about sexy things, that's your choice. That's great. We need that. We need those artists. But right, was it on her terms? Was it, or was it that's the way they made her to be? That's a good question.
Exactly.
Okay, well, I mean, we didn't really talk a lot about the movie, but I feel like everybody's seen it.
That's
and we talked about the
fine.
core things.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen
know-
it, I guess watch it. No, kidding. Definitely watch it. It's a definitely fun movie to watch.
Step into the bad side.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. You
I
see
love that.
You
I
like that?
love that routine in that song.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, it's great.
it's great.
Let's go watch it again.
Watch it again.
Yeah, let's go watch it again.
Right now.
All right. Thanks everybody. Follow us at Brownie Sunday Podcast. That's Brownie Sunday, spelled like the day, podcast on Instagram. I'm at Corey Monroe.
And I am at Jalen Eason, and this has been another episode of Brownie Sunday.
And until next time, be safe and love yourself, you know. And
keep on loving
Yeah.
yourself.